Welcome to my channel. So glad you could make it. Real people with real problems trying to find real solutions. Ask Asanya. This question came from a listener, Sue. Sue asked, "Hi Asanya. I don't think I've read about this problem before and I can't find any help on the internet. I've been married for many years and I have this problem from the beginning. Every time I touch or snuggle up to my husband, he starts sweating profusely. It starts within seconds of the two of us touching. It's not just his torso, but even his arms and legs or any place my skin touches his, he starts to sweat. This is a turnoff because it's like snuggling up to a slimy animal. This has affected our sex life, our entire marriage. Wearing pajamas is obviously out of the question for him because he runs hot. Asanya, have you ever heard of any problem like this before? Our doctor cannot find any medical reason for his condition. He suggested maybe something mental is going on." So that is a huge problem. I actually once, I still know that person, know someone who, her palms, it was located to just one area of her body where her palms sweat so profusely that it literally dripped sweat. And again, the doctor couldn't find a reason for that. But yours isn't just localized in one area, it's wherever you touch. The only thing that I can think of, I once worked with a woman who, before going out or having company come over, would just start sweating profusely. And I mean, dripping down sweat. And she would have to get dressed 1 hour ahead of time, or before company comes, get everything ready and like literally sit in front of the fan to dry off before she could greet people. And after working with her for some time, we discovered that this was anxiety. Now, this was a really high functioning woman who, from the outside, looked perfectly fine. No one would ever think she suffers from anxiety, but that was it, and it really affected her. So she couldn't just spontaneously run out of the house. She had to prepare ahead of time, in order to prevent this embarrassing sweating from taking place. And people could see, like, the beads would start, and the more that people would look, the more she would start to sweat. And as we worked together, what we discovered is that it was anxiety, and the anxiety came from her thought that she was going to be judged. Every time she left her house, she felt like people were going to judge her, the way she looked, the way she presented, what she was doing. When people would visit her, she felt the same way, that they wouldn't like her food, they wouldn't like her home, and she was going to be judged. And this came from, well, in her youth, in her background, where she was constantly targeted and put on the spot. And so once that was discovered, she could control, the anxiety with the accompanying bodily function of the sweating, and do some breathing relaxation and do some self-talk, until now she can actually go out without, getting dressed an hour early, or having people come over without feeling that dread of anxiety that she's not going to be good enough. So my suggestion is, and I'm not saying like your doctor that's a mental problem, but perhaps the two of you can consult a therapist to help your husband understand, because it sounds like, I don't know if it's just your touch or any touch. You were specific to say it's when you touch him that this starts. And so he may need to understand, one, where this comes from, what has caused it, and why it persists. So that's what I would suggest to you to do. He might try some breathing exercises, and it's been going on for a long time, and so the two of you are aware that this is a problem. So it's not outside of the realm of possibility. They would say, maybe you're anxious, maybe you should try some breathing. And it's just not a great feeling for you to think that you may be the cause of his anxiety, and it's not you specific. But you may have to talk to a therapist as well, and to help him overcome this problem. Okay, I hope that helps, and thank you so much for emailing in. Okay, let's look at another question, and this comes from Pam. Hi, Pam. Hello, dear Isonia. Hello. A couple years ago, my husband informed me that he likes to dress in women's clothing. Since then, he has read books, he's seen a counselor, and the reality is he's transgender. He now wears his hair long and has long fingernails, etc. I've tried to be understanding and have gone places with him when he is dressed as a woman. He has met other transgender people who've either made the full transition or content without it. I allow my husband time with these new friends without me. I did feel weird that he was clothes shopping and going to the movies with his new friends. I have reconciled with these activities and I'm okay with them so far. But I have told him that if he decides to change his gender to full female, I will not be able to be married to him. He's on hormones at the moment and has told me he plans to start testosterone blockers. I love him, but not the woman inside of him. Am I unreasonable to put a boundary on our marriage? He thinks he can slowly ease me into the idea and that I will be okay. He says that I'm his world and I should love him no matter what gender he is. Am I being selfish? Pam, no, I don't think you're being selfish. The bottom line is you fell in love with and married a man. And with that comes some expectations. You had the forever in your mind. You had family and all kinds of plans in mind, not with a woman, but with a man. So it sounds like he is choosing to become a woman because if he is already taking hormone treatments and he's going to start testosterone blockers, he is absolutely transitioning. And what does that mean for you and your relationship? Um, is he expecting you to then transition to become a man? And if he is interested in becoming a woman, does that mean that he's interested in men? And is he just struggling with what does he expect from you? Does he expect you then to become a man to accommodate his new found position in life to being a transgendered person? So there's a lot that you have to think about, to consider, and to talk to him about. And the two of you, you say that he's seen a counselor. You may have to attend some of those counseling sessions with him to suss out some of these things and to figure out where your relationship is going, and to see if you want to go on this journey with him. Good luck to you. That can be easy. There are also online support groups, or if you find support groups in the community, these are some that you can absolutely participate in. So I wish you the very best of luck. It can't be easy going through this. All right, I thank you for emailing in and participating in our radio show. Take care.